So another very important optimizing performance tip is breaking down your table when applicable. One large table is not really the answer for an effective data model. Remember, we still talking about data modeling. Then we're trying to be as intentional as possible. We're trying to be as discrete as possible. Then knowing what exactly to do to ensure that we have the best of data when it comes to data modeling. All right, so we're going to be talking about something very important, and that is what we're going to be talking about. There is the fat and the dimensional table. You must have been hearing about that fat table and then dimensional table. Now, when you have one data like that, one data set like that, it is best to divide that data set into two. We have the fat table, then we have the dimensional table. What's the difference? Now, we have the fat table to be the one that keeps data that might be aggregated in the reporting visualization. Example, we have the sales and the profit. These are fat tables. These are the ones, they're kind of like numeric data that you can aggregate them, you can sum them, you can find averages and all of that. Example include the sales and then the profit table down. So information that has to do with that can be brought into one table. Then that can be separate from the rest of the table. And that's what we call the fat table. Then we have what we call the dimension table. The dimension table is kind of like a descriptive table. It gives descriptive information that can slice and dice the data in the fat table. So the dimensional table actually describes the fat table, okay? And also the dimensional table requires a key field. For example, we have the customer information, product information, and all of that. Now, as a golden rule, you should not have the fat and the descriptive fields in the same table. So all the fields that are factual should be in one table, and all the fields that are descriptive should be in another table. So by breaking down your tables more efficiently, you'll be able to optimize the performance of your data set. All right, so let's get straight to business, and then let's see how to effect that in our Power Query. All right, so we're going to start by breaking down the orders table. We're breaking down the orders table. All right, so if you notice, orders table have in it the customer information, the product information, and order information, right? So this is a very good example of a large table that has in it both fat table and also dimensional table. Good. So, okay, sorry for that. Okay, we're getting to the Power Query editor. We click that transform data, and then, okay. Now that we have the queries returned here, what we're going to be doing is that we're going to right click on the orders query and copy and paste it. I'll right click on the orders table, copy, and I'm going to paste it anywhere. Right click and then I paste it. Remember, what we're trying to do is we don't want to perform destructive transformation. So we always have a copy of whatever table or query we're copying. All right, now we are going to select the orders table, and then we're going to remove the unwanted columns from the orders table. And then, yes, so all the unwanted columns will be removed. All right. So what we're going to be doing is that of course, you know how to remove tables there. We're going to add choose columns now. And on the choose columns, usually, we're going to deselect all of that so that we'll keep only the wanted tables. Now, the idea here is that you want to give information of all the fields that, all the customer fields, all the fields in this table that talks about customers. So we're going to select all of that. We have the discount, select discount, the customer ID, customer name, customer segment, the region, state, city, postal code. All right, so we have discount, customer ID, customer name, customer segment. All right, region, state, city, postal code. All right, all of these are the ones that we're going to select, and then voila. Those are the ones that we brought in. Okay, with this, what we're going to do now we have only the fields that we want. The next thing we want to do is to have a key field. Now, a key field, otherwise called a primary key, is a unique identifier that makes each record unique. All right. We already have one here. So it's that field that makes each record to be unique. And that field actually is the customer ID, which we use to reference all the records here. And no two records here should have the same customer ID. Every customer ID is unique and distinct. All right. So you're going to be dragging this customer ID. Let's make it the first one here. And like that, we leave it to be at first. Then we follow it by customer name. Customer name should come. Okay. Then followed by follow it by city. Followed by city. Followed by city, followed by state. Followed by states. Okay. It is state postal code. And let's find a postal code. Find a postal code. Take your time to do it. Okay. And then region. Oh, sorry. Postal code. Region. Customer segment. Then discount. All right. So we are now going to give this. We'll change these orders to rename it. And then we're going to call this dim customer. All right, so these dim customers. So that's the dimension table for the customer. All right. All right, so I would have loved for you to do this, but I think I don't have a choice. I still have to do it. Now, we are going to make a dimension table for the product. Okay. So we're going to make the dimension table for the product. The same thing we're going to do is that we're going to, again, we copy the up. We're going to make a duplicate copy of the order. So we copy and then we paste. So we have orders two. We are going to, again, choose columns respectively. Deselect everything. And then we're going to be selecting only products. Okay. So we're going to select product category, product category, product subcategory, product container, product name. All right, so these are the four we are going to be selecting out. And then we are going to, okay, and then we're going to arrange it. So we arrange it in the following order. So we have product name coming first. Product name will come first, followed by product category, then followed by product subcategory, then followed by product container. All right. Now, the dimension table have to have a key field. The same thing we did for the dim customer table. So we also have a dimensional table. It should have a key field. In this case, we don't have any key field here, like we all know. There is no key field here. The product name here could be more than one product name. Okay, so we don't really have a key field here. All right. So what are we going to do? since we don't have any key field, now we just need to create another column. We can assign a numeric value to it. All right. So what we are going to do is to assign a numeric value. We are going to make another column. Then we assign a numeric value to that column. All right. So this will now have okay. So this to do that, what we're going to do is to add column. So what we're going to do, we go to our add column tab here. And then from the add column tab, we have the index column. Bring down the arrow, when then we choose the custom. Now we have what we call the starting index. Okay. So we'll be starting with 0, 0, 1 and increment by 1. Okay. And then we, okay. Okay. Let's see that. Okay. So we now have a new one, our own unique index number. This one will now serve as our index. Okay. So we can now drag that index to be in front of all. Okay, now the reason why we're doing this is because the dimension table normally should have a key field or a primary key. And now in this case, there is no primary key in this dimension table for the product. Okay, that's why we now had to manually make a new column that has numeric data that is not replicated, that is not duplicated, just one instance of each record. And then that is going to serve as our index, a unique identifier for all the records in this table. All right, we are going to call this one index. We're going to rename it product ID. ID. Okay. And that's that. And then we'll rename this orders table dim product. That dimension table for products. And that's it. All right. So, you know the drill. We close and apply. All right, and that's the side of the class for today. See you in the next video.